Daniel was a calm man who lived a simple life with his wife, Emily, and their little son, Ethan, who was not yet 2 years old. Their life was full of love and laughter, but fate did not give them much time. Illness took Emily away too soon, leaving Daniel alone with his small child. Her loss was unbearable, but Daniel promised himself that he would raise his son as she had wished, with love and care. A year passed since her death, and the pressures of life made him think about remarrying, to bring warmth back to the house and find someone to help him take care of his son. He married a woman named Laura, who seemed kind, showing her love for Ethan in front of him, treating him as if he were her own child. But what Daniel saw was nothing more than a fake mask. As soon as he left the house, that calm face turned into a cruel one that knew no mercy. She would scream at the boy for the smallest mistakes, deprive him of food at times, and beat him if he cried or moved too much. Little Ethan could not understand why the world had suddenly changed, or why his mother's gentle hand that used to caress his head with love had disappeared. One very cold winter night, the child woke up thirsty and left his room searching for water. He accidentally hit a glass, which fell and broke. Laura woke up furious, shouting at him with indescribable cruelty. Then she dragged him to the balcony, locked the door, and said, "Stay here until you learn some manners." The little boy shivered from the cold, knocking on the door with his tiny hands, but there was no answer, until his movement stopped and his voice went silent. Daniel returned home late that night and asked his wife, "Where's Ethan?" She calmly replied, "He went to bed a while ago. He was tired." Daniel had dinner, then went to his room, exhausted, and fell asleep. But only a few minutes later, he heard the voice of his late wife, Emily, calling him with a sad tone, "Daniel, wake up. Our son is in danger." Daniel woke up terrified, sitting in his bed drenched in sweat. He looked at Laura and asked anxiously, "Where is Ethan?" She replied coldly, "I told you, he's sleeping in his room." He tried to calm down and went back to sleep. But the dream came again. Emily was crying, saying, "Daniel, hurry to your son. He's dying." He woke up again, gasping for breath, looked around. Everything was quiet, but his heart wasn't at ease. He got out of bed and went to Ethan's room, but he wasn't there. He rushed to wake Laura up, asking nervously, "Where's the child?" She replied hesitantly, "Maybe. He's sleeping on the balcony." Daniel ran to the balcony and opened the door. The wind was blowing fiercely, and there, in the corner, lay Ethan on the ground, his face pale, his eyes staring up at the sky. Daniel rushed to him, screaming, "Ethan! Ethan!" He held him in his arms, but his body was cold as ice. There was no breath, no heartbeat. Daniel fell to his knees, holding his lifeless son tightly, crying in agony as Emily's fading voice echoed in his ears. "It's over, Daniel. Our son has come to me. Now, he is in a place where there is no pain."